All right, we got the hood for the Camaro. This has got the 4-inch cowl all molded in. Shout out to David Cade.
Yes, thank you, David, very much.
We're going to set that on here, and I'll be able to set the carburetor stuff on finally, because it'll all clear. So I'm taking the hinges and stuff off so we can set it down in there. Then I'll make the pieces, the plates for the hinges. You just want to see what it looked like. So yeah, just set a little bolt right there. And just set that hinge back here on that wheel or something. There it is, set down on there. Looks much better. You'll be able to see over that without an issue. It should be fine. You'll be able to see over it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm over at Kerry Fox's. I'm a back 6.4 out. It's sitting outside. It's snowing. Not bad, but it's snowing a little bit. Back 6.4 out here. Got the rat right over here. I'm going to let it up. He wants to put unworthy fragments on the door. He's got a whole story behind that, so I'll have him explain to you. But I draw it up, and then I take my pounce wheel. And I pounce it out. And I take my powder and transfer it, and I let her. And, it's been a while since anybody's seen me do this, but this is what I do too. Lettering, freehand lettering and stuff. So you'll see it. It'll look aged. It'll be patinaed. I'm just laying it all out right now. He wanted like janky looking letters, like all broke up and stuff. So that's what we're doing. Just draw it up, lay it out, and put it on the door. With all my brushes and my paint and everything else. But that's what we're doing.
Not surgery, not steroids, it's regenerative cell treatment. Each week, the medical professionals from QC Kinetics meet with patients desperate for relief. The stories are all similar. I can't sleep at night. My knees hurt so badly. I can't golf anymore because of my hip pain. QC Kinetics.
We come down here laying in like the literally nastiest mud we've ever laid in. And it's 28 degrees outside. So we get these fenders off. Got the hood. Taking the last bolt out for the fender. Can't get that one, but we're getting one. Yeah, but we're getting one, and this is the side you need anyway. Yeah. Well, all right, there it is. We got it. Left our mark. That's how you get parts right there. Lay in the cold in the mud. Yesterday we was at Built My Iron scavenging parts.
His coat slid off the road and his blade and banged his damn hood on a lady boat up in front of him, and he went off down the damn bank and hit a guy wire. It put a big old dent right in the damn
Right
hood.
in the hood. That's all it hurt though.
Yeah, it didn't hurt nothing. He backed it back up out of the ditch and put it 4-wheel drive back on that. And she's like, yeah. And he said she didn't have her blinker on or whatever the hell. She just bowed up. But anyway, put a big ding in the damn hood. We walk in, Built My Iron down there, and hell, there's one of our nice fenders.
Yeah.
Colton's fenders is rusty on his Blazer. So he's like, hell, let's get them. $8, man, for a hood and two fender. One fender. We got to get the other fender. It's almost off. We couldn't get the door open and get the fender off the other side.
But can't beat that price. It just happened to be sitting there.
The truck down there had some 6-lug them 5.5-inch wheels on it, 16-inch steel wheels. So I took them off. I'm gonna put them on a Suburban with some damn dog caps on it.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
He's going to turn the boost up, bigger turbo, and make it look more stock.
Yeah, and put them stock damn dog dish hubcaps on there, some 16-inch tires, and have exhaust turned out the fender.
It's going to be cool.
Just to fuck with people.
Yeah, he bought 4 of them, and turns out 3 of them 16, and 1 of them's a 15.
Hell yeah.
So, and he's missing one. Still ain't got no hinges for these doors. We can't put them on. There they are. Look at that. Riveted in. They got tubes in them. See it right there? He's looking for another one like that. Just need one. So this is getting backed up with oil. The other one's working fine. But this is the one having an issue. So I'm probably gonna have to just put a hole in the pan and run it down into the bottom. All right, well, I had to drill a hole in my pan, and most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done in my life, but I did it super slow with grease on it, and nothing went in there. Even had a big magnet underneath and all that stuff, and nothing went in the pan, so that's awesome. Did it very, very slow. Didn't even drill the hole big enough. Just got to where it was open and then pushed through. So now we got a fitting in there with JB Weld on it. JB Weld's gonna have to cure. That'll be a direct drain back, just like the one over yonder. So it is what it is. If that don't fix it, I'm gonna have to get a seal for this turbo. But it's probably just not draining back. But this was the test. So there's a lot of metal on the outside. There wasn't none on the inside. Well, this already had metal in it before we blew up the motor. That's off Dad's 57. When the rod bent and killed the motor.
Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah, he was racing his brother.
Racing bro. Boy, son of a bitch.
First and last. That's what Dad said. I'll blow it up to outrun him, and he blew it up. But it wasn't from lack of engine build. It was stock rods can't handle that kind of RPM. That sucker's bent.
I'm looking over going,
Yeah.
oh shit, you got oil pressure.
It come through.
Yeah, that thing went. And I was like, God darn, I'll kill my shin small block. Let me make it back to my pit.
I guess while that cures, I'll go ahead and make my boost reference regulator because I can't start this thing back up again.
You gotta sit and wait for JB.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let it set over the weekend. I mean, well, a few days at least.
The trick to any JB is letting it sit. If you get impatient with JB, it won't work. But if you let that shit set and you be patient, that shit's badass.
It'll work good.
Yeah.
All right. Take the top. See how it's got that corner. Take and fill this up with JB Weld. Fill it up with JB Weld, rethread it, and then it will be sealed up. And then you just drill a hole for one of these. Go right in the side, and that is boost referenced. Because as boost comes in, it'll push that needle down, which increases fuel pressure. That's all you got to do. Mix up some JB Weld, fill that groove up, rethread it, done. Mix your little JB Weld, pack it down in there. Yeah, we'll close that top part off, and then just put your little oil on this. Put it right down in there, take it right back out, and you're good. See, ready. And then when that's cured, you can sand or flush. Put a gasket on it, done. See, there it is. Tapped it and thread it in there nice and tight, but I put a little silicone on it just to be safe. And boom, there it is. Now it's boost reference. All right, here we are back out here. I built this for Dad to adapt from a T3 up to a T4 to go from little tiny turbo up to a GT45. So built that out of scrap and built him a wastegate setup.
About $40-50 and he built one.
Yeah, save some money. Tapers down, there it goes. And this is Colton's GT45 that we're going to stick on Suburban and see what it does. So we're going to test it before Dad buys one. And then the new one he buys, we'll just give to Colton. And I did my wastegate setup on my headers. There's my wastegate, put a little bit like a 45 to help flow. These 38mm wastegate. I'm going to put 5-pound springs in them just for the shakedown. Bowl them up there and they should clear. Should be in the word there. But probably take us up the road tomorrow under boost for the first time. Try to get all my little stuff buttoned up today. Yeah. So that's the plan. But yeah, see the size of that little turbo?
Motherfucker should go right over there.
Look at the size of that turbo.
Well, it looked big when we got it.
So there'll be some drastic changes.
Our oil line find the shit, hook up, it'll be all right.
Yeah, it should be exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna run that semi truck and just turn this motherfucker out and go. If there's something.
All right. A couple more bolts on the old turbo bill. Old tiny little baby turbo.
Doing good though, she served well.
Oh yeah. And it may go back on. We don't know for sure yet.
Oh, dog shit.
Shouldn't. See, that one's got so much back pressure. This big one ain't gonna have no back pressure, and the volumetric efficiency be a lot higher on that one than it is on that one. And at the same PSI, 510 PSI, what this will deliver volume-wise is way more than what that one. And this one's almost in boost instantly, and that one will be probably about 28, 3,000 RPM before it comes in.
Hey.
All right, well there it is, mocked up. We're just mocking up to make sure everything cleared, and surprisingly it cleared. I mean, we could have cut that.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna hit that front fender.
Grab your turnout and see.
It's a whole lot bigger.
The exhaust piece. I think it'll work fine. We'll see. It'll work just fine. We hope. Pretty cool though. Ain't the prettiest adapter in the world, but it'll work. All right, we've got everything hooked up. I'm just gonna start it and see if see what happens. Just spin it over. Let a little oil get to it. Yeah, just let it spin over. Leave the ignition off and let it spin and pump oil. That's probably good. That's probably good. Alright, so here it is. I mean, you can, but we need to put let's put the exhaust on it and get that flange made while it's still daylight. Just drilled a hole and forced that in there. It tapped and it's airtight, worked great. And then you got your line that comes down to your wastegate, got a 5-pound spring in there.
This is the air cube.
Yeah.
Off of a big, like a 60 series Detroit, this is the air intake, but if you see that little flange right there, how that's made.
There's your V-band flange. Boom.
Bam, baby.
Boom, baby.
Grab everything you can get at the damn junkyard.
That's right.
That little something you can go right around.
Yep. That sounds about the same. It's that stuff coming off that exhaust tube, that dirt and stuff, it's smoking. It is what it is. All right, here we go. Here's our exhaust. Went back here and welded it up with the new welder. It works amazing. Turn down low, welds real good. Turn up high, it'll burn some stuff up. Use Colton's clamp, so too bad Colton. Dad's got Colton's turbo, my wastegate, Colton's clamp.
I was going to wait just fine until
No, and I told Dad I went
buy one.
I went and made this. I'm like, we have to test it.
Yeah, he went ahead and made it. I was like, I'm going to wait and buy one. I'll get all the shit. No, let's put it on there.
Yeah, put it on there and see if you like it.
Dad, borrow your turbo. You see, he'll get another one. You can have the other one when he gets one. Okay, fine.
Yeah, works great. Great plan. Oh, I don't know. I didn't bring him, I don't think. Not the big bag of them. I don't think I did. Look at the floor. They might be in there.
But anyway, that's how all that started.
I know.
I was going to wait just fine. Fiddle around, be good to go.
No. You have to do this. That way, if it works better than the other one, then we know this is the way the set needs to be. And when Dad gets into the turbo, he'll just give the new GT45 to Colton and just leave all this on here. And I'll have to rob my wastegate off tomorrow to put on my car, but then I'll put it back on this when I'm done testing. So, just swapping parts around. But it's all on there.
You think get that fixed, so swap everything around.
Shut up. We fix everything. It's good.
One thing, then we just on something else.
It's good. It's good. It's good. But yeah. Put a 5-pound spring in it and run that down there, and hopefully this will be enough to relieve the boost pressure, well, the exhaust pressure, to control the boost. That's yet to be seen, but luckily this thing's so big that he'll be able to cruise all the way to the house out of boost if for some reason it don't control boost right.
We don't even do a shakedown run. This shakedown right straight out the damn road.
Yeah, straight to the house.
25 miles.
So, but yeah, that's how you do it. You just throw it on there.
That's how we do it, son. Just get it and go.
Just throw it on there. Which we're going to turn it up. We're going to turn it up to 10, 7 or 10 after wintertime is completely over and it's springtime, and this ain't like the dependable vehicle for when the snow comes. We ain't got it yet. Hopefully we don't, but sure enough, something will happen. Always does.
Zip tie that and miss that whole bracket. Sucker.
That's just skills. You got to be good to miss that bad.
Dark and I can't see.
Hold the light where I can see it.
Oh, it's a damn zip tie right there.
There's the setup.
We got it on there though.
Yeah. Then when we got here, Dad said, "You work on your car and I'll work on this." I was like, "No, if we want to get this done by dark, we both got to jump on it."
Yeah, the Suburban's got 3.5 exhaust on.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
3.5 exhaust down tube.
Still survey looking good. Okay.
And I'll watch the boost. All right, so we put the Suburban down in low gear, and Dad come around the curve right there and kind of leaned into it, then jumped in it, and it knocked the tires loose. If you can believe that. We'll have to film it like in the daylight. This thing runs amazing with this big turbo on it. It's unreal. Boost comes in about 2,500. It'll jump to from nothing to about 2 PSI, and then the full 5 is in, and this is only at 5 PSI. The full 5 is in, and this thing, it sounds killer. It pulls so hard. It is night and day difference compared to that little turbo. This thing is, the motor's not straining no more. All the back pressure's relieved. The motor's breathing, doing what it's supposed to do. It seems way more efficient. It's way more responsive. It's just, it's killer all the way around. So we'll have to do some video and stuff of it in the daylight where you can see it, but we might go up here to the business park and romp on it one time. But it like cruising, you can be cruising, jump in it, it's like bam, it's so cool. We're gonna put 93 in her and turn it up to 10 maybe tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. But I think Dad is definitely sold on the bigger turbo, so maybe we'll stop up here at the business park and lean into it one time. See what I'm talking about? Well, you'll see in the video, it's hard, you can't get a real feel for something through the camera as you can sitting in it, but it's a 6,500 pound Suburban. And it's, like I said, it knocked the tires loose down and low, and that was just too cool. The motor sounds great, everything, the tune's perfect, it's pretty awesome. I sound a little excited because I am. We both threw our heads back and cackled like schoolgirls. Exact same time. Oh. Me and Dad are having fun with this old Suburban. Are you going to do it in first? Yeah. You doing it in first?
It did a burnout. They never done a burnout. It broke loose.
Yes, the Suburban's breaking loose at only 5 pounds of boost.
That's so rich here.
Yeah,
the front
yeah. Yeah. And that's still short shifting. He ain't winding it around. No. He's just getting a feel for it.
It's not supposed to do that.
No.
It's not supposed to be fun.
But see, what we was talking about like the volume of air you're getting and how even at the same PSI, you're getting so much more because there's no back pressure no more. You're not straining the motor. So now it's just like getting everything it wants. So you're happy.
Yeah, he said he's for here to help you out. I'm excited about driving this big car.
it does what it does. But I got the GoPro turned on and we went up here to Colton's work, and we're trying to get a little heat in this thing because it is very, very cold natured. But Colton will go for a little ride, and me and Dad experienced it last night. That's pretty cool.
Might sound like LS.
It does sound like LS. We're just cruising around in the Suburban. I wouldn't try to do a burnout again. It wheel hops too much. Like if he took off in second instead of first, because it don't wind out far enough in the first.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, but it does good. That's a lot of weight to move.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. But like from like second gear, if you just like eased into it and just got in it and held it in second, Yeah.
that's where me and Dad was cruising along and did it in second gear, and it was just like, ooh, well, felt killer. Sounds good. Yeah.
Go straight, then turn right at that one turn. Where at?
That's what I'm saying. You got to feel her out and get into your happy spot.
It didn't go past 5.
Yeah, well,
That's about 10. It was still flying.
might need a bigger wastegate.
You might need a 50 millimeter.
Yeah. And it detonated on 89. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, cool. That right there felt good. You're just like when you do it like that,
Somebody should run your ass down.
to wind it on out, like in second gear, it's almost like when you shift and it drops so much. Well, at least you know the motor will take 10. It's funny. Okay, so we're back here at Mamballs, and we was messing with Suburban. We got her up to 10 pounds of boost, run 10 pounds of boost on 89 pump gas at 32 degrees of timing with no detonation at all, running awesome. So there you go. That's what building everything right will do for you. We run 10 pounds of boost on 89 fuel. And yeah, it's awesome. You'll see in the GoPro, the camera don't do it justice, but it's fun. It's knocking tires loose and yanking it twisted and all that. So still 6,500 pound truck.
Yeah, too heavy shit.
But got my headers on with my wastegate flanges and all that on it. I got my drain fixed. It comes straight down to the pan down there. Just sealing everything up. Fixing to finish my boost pressure regulator, and then drill the holes for that and bolt the hat down. I'll be able to fire it up and rev it a little bit and put a little boost to the motor. Because you got the political hat on, that's why.
Yes. Make America great. Work on some hot rods. And Trump's at Daytona 500 today, so I'm wearing Trump hat.
We ain't political people by
He's
no
on-
means.
No, hell no, I ain't political people. I just like him because he fucks with everybody and pisses people off. And anybody that's hated, I'm for him, man.
Yeah, exactly. If you hate it, we like
Hate
it.
somebody, I love him, dude. He makes fun. He don't fit the groove, and I like people that don't fit the groove.
Just be you.
Yeah, this be you. Hell, he's the only damn president, I guess, that's ever been to one of them races, so I don't know. They said he was making his pay slip in his limousine, so that's cool. We're working on Hot Rods in America, so.
Gotta love it. Love it or leave it.
Yeah, I'm for him. I think he's done pretty damn good. I don't get into all that political bullshit, though. You know,
I know. We poor makes no difference. We poor folks, it makes no difference.
Shit. It ain't gonna make a damn. We don't even matter anyhow. All these fuckers out here blocking the streets. I don't fuck with all that shit. Man. I just vote. I'll vote for that. He's the only one that's just like him. Gives people shit. I think it's funny. So that's what gets my vote.
Troll them.
Yeah, he trolls her ass. He don't get no shit. Motherfucker go over and fuck with us, go over and kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
Sit down. They didn't plan on it. Just go kick his ass. Anyway, get out and vote, people. I don't even know when it is.
I have no idea. I'm so oblivious to all that, I don't know.
This is a pretty cool hat. Bro bought that hat and he gave it to me a while ago because I told him I was a vote for Trump. So he gave me the hat. I'll wear it.
Cool.
Salute your damn flag and get off your ass and stand for it.
Oh, that's right. You better.
I ain't in politics, but you better respect that fucking flag.
That's true.
Hell yeah, get off.
Too many people died for it.
You're damn right. These people fight for it and they die for it, and that's the reason you're free to get off your fucking ass and stand up and salute the damn thing. You see a veteran, you hold the damn door for him. Do something. He went up and down there, got killed for your silly ass.
Exactly.
Don't paint your hair blue. Don't shave your fucking head. Do all that stupid shit.
Try to be normal.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit. You know, if you want a dick and don't want a pussy, or want a pussy and don't want a dick, what the fuck? Argue with God. Ain't our problem. Shit.
People's strange, that's for sure.
God give you a dick, keep your dick. Shit, you can't change all that. You can't be messing with him. Karma will fuck you up. You like wind up with tree dicks.
He got 3.
He got 2.
He got 2. I'm gonna do this and Dad's.
Today.
Yeah, AccuWeather. Completely off.
Yeah, it's a little off today. It's kind of chilly. We're out here snot nosing.
Yeah, but whatever. Beats sitting in the house.
Now, I'm gonna finish the bracket. Get up here and help Jeff.
All I gotta do is drill them holes and plumb my lines. That'll be it.
I might say this thing's gonna run. I know y'all are. I'm just supposed to be mean.
Okay, look what Boost did to that old
Well,
Suburban.
man, they'll make that damn thing run that good. And, you know.
This motor was already stout to begin with.
I thought I was damn doing good the way I had that turbo set up on that thing. I thought it run good. Shit, it didn't run like shit. It didn't run for nothing.
No.
Hell, this morning we turned that thing. I turned it past 52, 5600. There would rev out.
No. It had so much back pressure it couldn't.
It wouldn't rev out. Just said, I believe it'd do good. I said, well, it might fall on its ass, but hell, that's something running good. It's fun. It'll get it. I said, don't think about doing shit like that. First time I jerked on it this morning, broke the damn hood loose from a damn head.
We had to weld it back up.
Broke the weld loose, so we had to weld that. But once you do something like that, though, driving around, you got to jerk hell out of it every chance
All
you
the
get.
time.
So it ain't too bad loud, though. It does all right.
Yeah, be wary, folks. Be on the lookout for the Suburban.
I thought I might take a damn breath and run True Street. So if it's just said he won't drive this down there and run 10s, I might take a Suburban down there and drive it down there and run True Street with it.
Yeah,
It
get
do
after
good to
Mr. Greer.
It do good to quarter because that's somebody's pull. It wouldn't believe how it pulls. I mean, it don't stop.
Yeah, to weigh what it weighs, it's crazy.
It don't stop.
We'll tune back in here in a few minutes. I got to drill a couple holes, and I'll go ahead and explain to everybody what I did to these carburetors because everybody's wanting to know, what'd you do to the carburetors? What'd you do to the carburetors? Well, I drilled out the power valve protection, the where it backfires, and there's a bearing in there. I drilled that out, and then I pulled the power valves out and opened up the power valve restrictor circuits to 71 thousandths, I believe it was, 0.071 drill bit. Open them up to that. Now, open up the power valve restrictor circuits up to 71 thousandths and step the jets down from my 74s I had on the primary side down to 69s. Because when you open up the power valve restrictor circuit, you can come down a little bit on the jet. So, that's all that's been done to these as far as getting them ready for boost. Nothing else. Now, depending on how much boost pressure you're going to run, these have plastic floats in them. But yeah, that's all that's been done. Anyway, what I said about floats, these got plastic floats in them, which are good to about 20 psi, give or take. Brass ones will crush above 10. So you got brass floats in, you better change them, because you go above 10 pounds of boost, it will squash them. So, well, 10 to 12, give or take. So that's basically it. That's all you really got to do. And they'll work for boost. All this special super duper, you got to do this to the carburetors and everything else, you don't have to do all that. If you're running 25 pounds of boost, you do. But up to about 13, 14, you ain't got to worry about it. Dad's one of Suburban, minor. I did the same thing to his that I did to these, and it works flawless.
Yeah, that big, we put that bigger turbo in it, didn't change the damn carburetor or nothing. That idle just does good.
Because when the boost comes in, it's metering off the jet, but also off the booster signal. And the more air you're putting past them boosters, the more fuel it's going to pull. So the biggest thing is make sure you got the fuel pressure to come up with the boost, which is what the boost reference regulator does, and should be fine.
He knows what he's talking about, because proof's in a pudding.
Oh yeah, done it a bunch.
We just made like 3 bowls of pudding.
Yeah.
Proof's in it.
So
This year's going to be a fast bowl of pudding.
yeah, but everybody was just asking, what do you do to the carburetors? That's what I did to the carburetors. Very minor stuff.
It's not that much. That people spend $1,000 for a damn turbo carburetor.
Because they're running above 20 pounds of boost. If you're going
No, I mean, a
25,
lot of people that don't run 5 pound do the same thing. They buy it.
Yeah, they
bunch
will.
Of shit.
That's true. And as vent tube extensions, you can put vent tube extensions on if you want to. They'll clean it up a little bit, but with this, I don't have the room. And even on the Suburban, I don't have vent tube extenders on it. It didn't make any difference.
So that now there's the same size. This right here is the same size. This is different.
No. This is smaller than yours all the way around. The exhaust side's smaller,
No, I'm just saying.
and the
that
compressor
looks,
side's smaller.
That looks bigger. I mean, that looks like the same size.
No.
But this is smaller.
Now see, look at that. It's smaller.
Looks like the same.
These are 77s. So yours are 88s. So.
I don't see it running.
It'll run good. But see, I had to go with the smaller turbine so that each side of this motor would spool that thing up.
Oh yeah.
You got all of them crammed into one. Even the Suburban spools 2500. That's when the boost starts coming in.
We can run about 2,000 and mash on it. You can take off from a dead go, and it's got a little bit of lag to it. I guess that's the turbo lag. It takes it a little while to get the spooling. About 2,500 shit, it takes off good.
Yeah, as soon as the boost comes in, if you leave at 2,500, it's wide open hammering.
Yeah, it does.
But if you leave at like 2 or 1,500 and then just jump on it, because there's no extra timing to help the motor, to help with the timing for the low end without the boost, so it has to wait till the boost comes in to help compensate.
I just don't want that. Just put the nitrous back on it too, so it's still got spray on it.
Yeah, it'll have a 100 shot.
But the motor runs good just out of boost. The damn motor runs good like it was running around last night. Just driving around, it runs good. So.
I'm going to pull a plug and do a read on a plug and look at them, but it seems like it's just more efficient, more better all the way around, everywhere. You're riding around without boost, naturally aspirated, it's like cruising.
Just watch your oil drains. That's a damn. You wouldn't think that matters for shit. You got to get that oil out of that thing.
Oh yeah.
You got to get it to drop straight down and get it going out there. Because if you don't, it'll puddle up and run back in there.
Yeah, and then you smoking, and then you can ruin your turbo seals.
Yeah. You wouldn't think that'd be shit, the drain, but that's important too. But I'm learning from Justin. He's teaching me.
We're all learning together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue on this, and I'll tune back in a few minutes. But I just wanted to explain real quick what I did to the carburetors. Nothing crazy. I did close the primary side up a little bit and open up the secondary T-slot just a little bit, just till it's about square. That way I can keep the main butterflies closed more as far as idling. But I do that with just about every carburetor, if it's got a cam like this in it. So that's all good. Should work fine. You'll see. All right. See my JB weld cured. I just put a piece of sandpaper down on a flat surface and drag it across so that's nice and true all the way around. Then you take a carburetor gasket, put it under there, and put the lock nut, the jam nut, and the adjuster, which I got laying over there, back down in there, and boom, there it is. You got a boost reference regulator that's sealed up. That's all you do. All right, so there's my boost reference regulator. I put a carburetor gasket under that nut, button it down after I sand that smooth, and that makes perfectly airtight seal, work great. Then make sure that your lines that go to the wastegates are equal length. So I got a T that comes out. Each one of these lines is the exact same length, and it tees out of this right here. My first tee goes to straight to the boost reference regulator, so the fuel pressure's there before anything else, and then the wastegates. And we threw 5-pound springs in. I'm probably going to run 10 pounds of boost of this thing after we shake it down with 5-pound. But I still got to drill the holes and bolt that down, but it'll run as it sits right now. So I just want to make sure this drain back now and everything else.
Make sure they
Yeah, should. All that red craziness.
kick ass, man. Walked in just, I said, man, we'll go let's tell you, it's like 20 foot, like $10. Kick me.
Yeah, the red. But all right, there's the system. That's it.
Yeah.
Except for the exhaust, which we need to make.
We got one side done.
No, we don't. You got one. We tacked one, and then the welder quit.
We're doing out of damn welder time. We can fix it now.
All right, so. Touching the throttle. I barely touched it. Big exhaust leak. All right. So I drilled holes, got my hat bolted down, put some gaskets underneath the seal. I still got to put JB weld. There's a port right here for your choke, where your mechanical choke linkage come through. I got to JB weld that closed, but we're just gonna put it in gear and just put a little load on it and see if it does anything at all. So I ain't got no gas, so we'll see what happens here.
Oh yeah, the gas.
You want the camera so I can watch from inside?
You got a light? You want me to get that flashlight and shine on the gauge?
I got it right.
Oh.
So it's wanting the carburetor's trying to die on me.
Was it out of gas?
Yeah.
Maybe out of gas. You out of gas. She ain't got none in it. Not even a damn drop.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what it does. It runs.
That sounds fine.
I can't believe you can bring it up like that with this thing being as cold as it is. It's very cold nature.
Yeah, it don't like cold at all. It's cold out here, so it's all right.
But I was trying to give it some throttle.
Yeah, you're lucky you got to run that long. Yeah, you're lucky you got to run that long. We'll get us a piece of stainless down there, a bit more iron, put between this damn master cylinder and that pipe right there. Make us a little shield.
Got a piece of stainless over there. Come off coatings.
Yeah, another little old tip is if you're ever down there at the junkyard and they throw out those damn motorcycle tubes and stuff, they got those stainless shields on those motorcycle tubes. You can take those things off, and if you got some little hot spot on your headers or whatever, those little clamps, that thing fit right on header tube. It's just beautiful. Motorcycle mufflers. Those little old shields will fit your damn. I always grab them up whenever I see them. They'll fit on your header. If you got a hot spot or something, you can just run your clamp right through them. Most of the motorcycles are like tacked to them or something. You can pop them off and run your little clamp right around through the inside of it and hold them right on there.
Excellent for S10s
with shorty headers.
Yes, S10 shorty headers.
Heat soak that starter.
Yep, that's where we use some of them. Did we use them on them Coltons?
Yeah, that's where we got it. That's what we got it for.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah, because it kept heat soaking the starter.
No, and I had some of them damn things on something for the damn truck at one time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, that's what started all shit's truck. Something else started with the truck. Anyway, they do work.
All right, let's take this wastegate off and put it back on the Suburban so we can make it home.
Wobbin Park.
Oh.
Turbo wrap right there.
Springs in here. Put all this crap back up.